Hey peeps, welcome back to a special continuation of our previous episode. We talked so much we had to split it up. So if you haven't listened to the previous, go ahead and check that out. If you're all caught up, then you may proceed.
Do you want to talk about some ex-girlfriends?
Yeah,
or
let's go to
boyfriends?
Therapy.
Or other?
Listen, these fucking women, they'll drive you nuts with your emotions and whatnot.
We could date if ands or buts.
We can do peas.
I did
still.
put a lot in butts.
Yep.
What?
You want to do it in my butt? In my butt? Let's do it in the butt. Okay.
Shout out to my first anal experience. Michelle.
Thank you, Michelle.
She
Just
pegged
kidding,
you?
it was Liz. No.
Oh. Who pegged you? Liz pegged you?
No.
I've had a finger up there, but
I like tongues up there.
Up your butt?
do you really?
Yes. Oh yeah.
I've never.
Feels amazing.
To each their own.
I've never.
And I'll do it back. That's why I want to die. Just
Tonguing into the butt?
mutual butt tonguing.
I'm telling you, once you get past that part, it just feels like you want to die.
You hear that, Lonnie?
It's also the name of my album.
Mutual
Butt
butt
Tonguing.
John Marshall with his new jazz funk album, Mutual Butt Tongue.
No, my band is Fixing Jonathan.
Fixing Jonathan with
As
It's a
opposed to
Breaking Benjamin cover man.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mutual Butt Tongue.
All right, so I wanted to go over our exes a little bit. It's like, what was the
Yeah,
reason?
it sounds
like,
great. Can't wait.
some of the
So much
hey,
fun.
maintain your excitement already.
Okay.
You know,
We get to
So go fuck
shit on
myself.
people we
I
haven't
didn't really
thought about
realize
for a
what you
long
want,
time.
but I haven't. I mean, you can just ask me, and I'll just probably fucking word bomb it.
you have a list of oh, hold on. And I have like a list myself.
Yeah,
I'm
you
probably
told
gonna
us
have
to come up like come up with like at least 10 bad relationships. I'm like, I don't think I've had 10 relationships, period.
Sorry.
I've had lots of like
I have. What the fuck did I just pay with PayPal?
I feel like I can only name 2 of these names that were good.
I'm just gonna call him cunt.
These women have my deepest respect.
All right, so
One,
there's a
cunt two.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave out names for most of these. I'll throw a
Okay.
name in for some because they deserve it, but most of them I will leave.
there was a Dominican chick who was really cool, and then there was a Mexican chick who was cool, who I felt bad because I was the one who dumped her,
You
and
fucker.
No mames.
Ay, Santa Chimichanga.
Was she fat?
no, she was really cool,
Nice.
but she did drink a lot, and I didn't
Oh,
really care for that. And then I also met Crystal, and Crystal was very pushy. And I was like, well, if I'm going to go further with this, I'm going to have to break it off with this. And so I didn't want to feel bad. So I broke it off because I wasn't going to change this chick's habits if she didn't want to change them.
Yeah.
So, and that was the only one that I kind of still feel bad. Like I said earlier, it's like, I hope she's doing well. You know, like I know it hurt her. And that's the only person I've ever hurt, I guess, in a relationship. But
Wish I could say the same.
you hurt a lot of women.
For the emotional and physical hurdles of job hunting.
Anally? Are you still on that?
No comment.
All right. I have these in alphabetical. I should have did them in timeline.
Look at this guy, so prepared.
So this topic, this segment is She Loves Me Not.
Bring.
That works too.
Right.
That was a random press. Brian already knows.
Brian knows. He's seen it. He probably literally visualized it happening.
Was that a real laugh?
I know that was
like an
kind of like,
Elmo.
was it?
Yeah.
loves it when you put the wrong button.
Okay.
Oh God, you just beat the shit out of
What
Elmo for
happened?
no reason.
Oh, wrong one.
Play the Brian one.
Put it in your ass. I don't give a shit.
Whatever.
Go about your segment.
Anyways, I mean, we've all had a multiple of relationships, and we probably didn't have like the happiest relationships, or at
No,
least
my
the
whole
endings.
life's been happy. That's why I'm married.
Every single
Oh, wait.
fucking moment has been joyful.
I can't wait for this segment. I can't wait to go home angry and beat my dick.
Oh my god, it looks like a huge M&M.
because of this segment.
Yeah, thinking about the good sex memories, but thinking about how much I hated them. I had one ex. I thought about a different girl every time.
She really appreciates it.
I had one
Jenny.
like that, and I had to.
And you had to?
I had to think about somebody else.
think I did too, because that was the only way I was gonna.
I'm like, this isn't.
That was the only way I was gonna break the ice cream machine.
You're gonna have to turn around.
I didn't have any of those. I like when they ride because I like to play with boobies.
I've never been a boob dude. Not a boob dude.
I say that, and then we look at my history, and it's like, oh,
Those are huge.
maybe you should have
Those.
probably. Those
Yeah.
are huge tits. Everybody's been real nice to me. It's because your boobs are huge.
Truly spectacular set of knockers.
Jiggle my child! Jiggle! Jiggle!
A wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. A jiggle, jiggle, jiggle.
So, anyways,
watch that movie, no.
discluding, I guess, good relationships or
Discluding? Is that a word?
decluding.
Is that a word? Discluding?
I'll allow
Sounds
it.
like a word.
I'll allow it.
Thank you. Whoa. Did you just not correct me?
I don't know. That's why I was like trying not to correct you.
It's like
Exclude
it's
versus.
2024. It's a new year.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be excluding?
Yeah, never mind.
Discluding, excluding. Never mind. Did you just search this?
Yeah.
So yeah, not counting like good relationships or something that might have, and I kind of already made a mention about one or two, but if you want to lead something in, do it including X and fuck it, whatever. Yeah, we've had our heart broke a few times, I'm sure, right?
Sure, you call it that.
You've broken a few hearts,
Oh, so you call
Agreed.
it that.
played with a few hearts.
Called that.
I tore those up and threw them away.
Yes.
Finger.
Don't go around breaking little girls' hearts.
Spit on a couple hearts.
What?
Wrote a couple hearts dry.
I was too busy.
Yeah, you were on your own tangent, sir.
And people always tell me, be careful what you do.
Don't go around breaking young girls' hearts.
There we go. I think
So
you got
he
it now.
just broke young boys' hearts.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
Some of my lesser. I'll go some again. Mine are in alphabetical here. I'm gonna have to skip some of these. I was in a relationship. I was in a little
situationship?
relationship. Me and my girl. I was engaged to this chick named Amanda. I flew her out to Europe with me. You know, showed her around, and then she came back and moved in with her ex-boyfriend.
She's not a spy. She's a hooker.
I was like, and then she ghosted me for a while. I was like, well, that was fucked up. So it was pretty much a Dear John type of situation. I'm sorry that you have to be the.
Hey, it's JOH, and I don't care.
Okay. That's fine.
I'm also
Kinda
not
like-
a toilet.
Or a dead person.
Depends
John
on. You can slip him a 20
Oh,
and
is it, Joe?
sometimes he'll be a toilet.
John Doe.
Yeah.
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 What's the name of the departed?
Ew. I was thinking of a toilet still. Sorry. But yeah, she was something, and yeah, it sucked because it.
Am I raising my eyebrow? I'm working.
like-
I'm really working hard on trying to get the rock eyebrow.
I can't do it with my hat on, but yeah.
What do you got?
So I'm.
Are we just going around turns?
I'm just,
I don't know.
Are we
I don't
doing
know how
turnsies?
this is.
I'm just. Yeah. We'll
I had
go-
an idea
we'll-
about this, but I have no idea.
We'll
how
rock
it's gonna
the
be
horn. We'll
structured.
all go around in circles.
Got it.
I'll start with the beginning and go up.
I'm going to be like I'm on a talk show.
So my first serious relationship was a girl
Hey, congrats, man.
from.
Congratulations.
I actually didn't start dating till I was like a sophomore in high school.
Girls have cooties.
Because I was that weird kid who had funny colored hair and wore cowboy hats to school. So,
Gay.
but a girl came up,
Why are you gay?
basically, yeah. A girl came up to me and asked me out, and I was so fucking shocked.
Nice.
I was like, yes.
That's a dub.
I was literally sitting with a friend contemplating like, man, if I don't ask this girl out now, she's never going to like me. And
Same girl?
No, different girl.
Oh.
I was like, oh, cool, upgrade.
9,726 listings for upgrade.
So,
Upgrade.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
so I dated her for quite a while, a couple years. We were too young to really know emotions.
Lonnie, sweet, dumb Lonnie.
Yeah.
So it's like when anything emotional would come up, neither of us knew how to really handle anything.
Right.
I can.
There's so
handle
many.
it.
There's so many like embarrassing things I want to say, but she listens to the podcast every once in a while,
Nice.
so I don't
What's her
want to
name?
really.
What's her name, Holly?
Hey, you
No,
called her
her
an
name is
upgrade.
not. Me and
You
Holly.
called her an upgrade. So,
Me
I
and
mean,
Holly
that's
never
plus.
dated.
She's cool. She actually responds back.
I
and forth
love Holly.
here and
Holly
there.
is my best friend of all time.
That one, not so much.
Me and Holly.
Wait. This is the person you got a Special Olympics trophy from, yeah?
Yeah. She was in. She was in.
Or the other vice
The last goodbye. She's.
Okay.
We've been friends for decades, but no. I will tell one embarrassing story about this relationship, and it just ended
Because she died.
She died? She died!
because we were dumb school kids. But she had never given a blowjob before.
Very stingy.
The job of the blow?
So you showed her how.
Yep. I just bent over and did it. So
Go on.
one night she decided to try. And I'm like, cool.
Nice. Gotta like
Good
the
friends.
effort.
And she had a sister. She was a grade under me, and her sister was in my grade. So when she attempted to give me a blowjob, I shit you not, this is not lying. She literally just put her mouth on the tip of my dick and blew.
Like a flute?
Yeah.
Did it like blow up like one of those rubber chickens?
I tried not to laugh because I'd never had a blowjob at that point either. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I didn't know if this was
Hey, a
supposed to be.
girl's mouth is on your dick.
Or guys.
I'd seen a lot of it on the internet at this point, but I was like, neat.
Neat. We are the knights who say neat.
But for like the next month, her sister did nothing. Her sister and her friends did nothing but make fun of me and her. So
You did it in front of her sister? Or she just spoke about it? What happened?
she told her sister, and then her sister told everybody else.
Her younger sister?
Older sister.
Her, okay, I thought she said it was older.
older
younger.
sister who was in my grade. At the time, extremely.
So not now.
She's not bad looking now.
You don't have to be polite, okay? She looks kind of shitty.
But she's not good looking.
She didn't. She doesn't look like she did now. At the time, she was a tiny little raver girl.
Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, that's my one.
He perks up.
Yeah, that's my.
You like really shiny.
So are we doing hearts that we broke or like
both?
either?
Whatever.
Either?
Round the horn.
This is Valentine's Day. That's what this is for.
So let's start off with that then. So why I hate Valentine's Day started in 8th grade, and I had a crush on a girl. This is actually how Brian and I met. We both had a crush on the same girl, and so then we started hanging out. Like
This was the
25 years later,
one that he had relationship
No.
with. Okay, no.
But we do have similar taste in women, as we found out throughout high school.
Oops.
Oopsies. This one was named Rebecca.
Rebecca sucks.
And we've all had a thing for her at one point. I think our friend Alex as well definitely had a thing for her. I was actually dating her at the time, and her friend Meredith,
The Dream Team and Meredith.
not a fan of me. Because
Why?
she was very churchy, hated any music. This is when Eminem came out too. So like hated any music that had
You had your
curse words,
dyed
and all
hair,
stuff.
brush forward.
She
all
would
that.
always tell me to watch my mouth, and I'd be like, how? Take my fucking eyeballs out and turn them around. Just quote Eminem lyrics all the time. So she fucking hated me.
Meredith has bad breath.
So for Valentine's Day, she had a plan. She knew another guy in our school that had a crush on Rebecca and decided to merge them together, I guess, by sending notes to each other, I guess. And so for Valentine's Day, I went out and got Becca a locket. Nice little heart locket. Really nice, I was babysitting at the time, so that's all the money I had, buy babysitting money. So I bought her a locket. My mom helped me go buy it and all that stuff. And I'm like, hey, do you want to go somewhere for dinner? My mom will drive us, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I'm going to spend Valentine's Day with my secret admirer. And I was like, that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, neat. Yeah, that's what we're going to go for with this situation. Neat. So I spent all Valentine's Day being all pissed off or whatever. This was Valentine's Day, I believe, fell on a Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. It was definitely the weekend. Because Monday I arrived to school and I gave her the locket in the morning. She's like, oh my God, it's so nice, blah, blah, blah. Later in the afternoon, she breaks up with me only for a few days later to go out with this secret admirer, Brendan. Fucking bitch.
Oh, I can't stand that dude.
He's a fucking
Brendan.
asshole.
Brendan,
I'm pretty sure none of
Brandon or
us like-
Brandon?
No, not even Brandon. Brendan.
Brendan.
Preppy names, man.
Fucking
Yeah.
douchebag.
He was a douchebag. I think he still is a douchebag.
Bet he has
I
a
don't know.
tiny cock, too.
Tiny cock douchebag. That's what she said. I mean, that's what Rebecca said about you.
I bet his cum just drips out.
Yeah! You would do that, friend!
Then turns out, oh God, what's that?
That wasn't. Nope.
Turns out the locket I gave her,
She gave it to him.
She gave it to her mom.
Oh,
okay.
So
that's some.
in my eyes, me and her mom are dating.
Have you guys broke up yet?
Not yet. Her mom, not a fan either, by the way.
Huh.
Usually moms love me, dads not so much.
So when she opens that locket, is there a picture of your dick in there?
Yes.
Awesome.
And she wears it. And she never takes it off.
She never takes it off. Masturbates, opens up a little bit, takes a look, just side eyes it.
Peekaboo.
When you press the button to open it, it also serves as a little vibrating thing. So
Yeah. And that was like my, I wouldn't say first real relationship. I was with a girl previously before that, huge tits. And that's how everybody knows me.
Keep going. I got to
Speaking
do
of huge
push-ups.
tits, do some glute, do some push-ups, work up them titties. Oh yeah, look at them.
Get it, girl.
But yeah, so that kind of started my path of Valentine's Day with bad luck. I've had worse luck ever since then. Like I've had dates that lost their voice. I've had Heather go out and cheat on me.
Motherfucking Heather.
So, which
I hate that chick.
you call her a chick this time. Sorry, he's doing the calisthenics.
Squats.
Doing a squats.
Doing
squats. He's not more into his pterodactyl or pterodonus or whatever he said earlier. You almost died when you were trying to do those while laughing.
that one hit me.
Yeah. So Valentine's Day, it's just since 2000, what was that, 1998, 99, just ass since then.
So you took that with you to other relationships is what you're...
Well, it just so happens that bad luck follows on Valentine's Day. I think it's a dumb Hallmark holiday.
I think so too.
I don't get girls flowers because I'm not going to spend money on something that's going to die in 4 days.
I think, same. I think when people use flowers as a gesture of their love, it's like, well, this love is dying then.
Exactly.
When I give it to you, it's dying. It's fragile.
I knew you would understand. This is a sign of my love that's going to die in 4 days.
Yes.
You know the first girl I gave flowers to in years?
Was it your mom?
It was Heather.
Fuck that bitch.
Yeah, fuck that.
Our relationship did not last.
It probably died before the
Probably
flowers
died
did.
before the flowers did. Yeah, exactly.
That's
probably had more
BS.
dick in it than, wait, what?
E?
Half of Omaha.
So much dick. I'm with you with that.
She's a hoe.
I've always been more of the romantic. I kind of consider myself like last of the romantics. Like was kind of, if you want to call it cheesy, it probably was to an extent, but I feel like it was original. Like I've always been like more of the artist mind, maybe even tapping into my cultural background or so, but you know, writing poetry or drawing pictures and trying to use that as my leeway into it.
Yeah.
It's like some chicks fall for the jock, some chicks fall for the artist, the guitarist,
I
and
was
stuff
pretty
like
good
that.
with a pen myself.
Right on.
You know, poetry wise, I wouldn't say I couldn't draw a fucking picture to save my life.
I can draw a penis.
I noticed.
Really
I saw
well.
Very
Thank
well.
you.
Girthy.
Thank you, guys.
Veiny, girthy one.
Like
Yes.
a baby's arm, but a healthy baby's arm.
What is it holding?
That was like a fucking watermelon.
Oh my God, he's upgrading.
Yeah.
Just like, ah!
Pretty much.
How can you hold
And
a
babies
watermelon?
can't hold watermelons, but this one, this
Very
one,
healthy. We're talking like strong toddler. Good genes.
There you go.
But yeah,
Toy watermelon.
this
not a
kind of
real
goes
watermelon.
to one of my earlier, more serious relationships. So one of my more serious was in middle school. You know, I was kind of like going back and forth with her place. This was the deaf chick, Christine.
That's good to hear, Christine.
And the
They gave you
communication.
hand jobs.
Yes. Not really. I mean, it was most of me and her stuff was always over the pants and stuff. But I went out with her twice. The first time she cheated on me with like 5 guys. Second time she cheated on me with 7 guys. And I shouldn't have even given her that second chance. There was like 3 people I went back to, and then I got smart. I'm like, why am I giving people second chances? It's like they don't appreciate you the first time.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if somebody shows you who they are, believe them the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, for me, the level of respect kind of goes out the window when you don't value, like men typically value loyalty. If you're going to be loyal to one person, then so be it. Like I will do all I can for you. I would pretty much give you everything. And then I have dated somebody where everything was not enough.
Yeah.
You know, and that was another engagement, which shouldn't have been an engagement.
Yeah, I'm not saying that word to a woman ever.
But
will you?
So Christine,
she doesn't need to hear this.
And I was kind of a pushover way back then too. Like I remember holding hands with her, going out to like the portables and stuff, and then but
like
her
porta potties,
the portable classes and stuff outside of Lewis and Clark.
Oh, don't jump the gun! I got a portable story.
We had some trailers at our.
She would go down to the far one, and I would go down to the first one, and then I had to go all the way around.
How many were in between?
There was 3 of them.
Okay, I just wanted to know for my mental. You said you had to go. Okay, continue.
Yeah, so I'd walk her down there, pretty much be
here.
Late, and then I would have to pass by her again to go to gym class. So it was like Spanish class, gym class, whatever, going around the school to the locker rooms. But when I would pass by her, like she's holding hands with another guy, and like she wouldn't make eye contact with me, like
that bitch.
What the fuck are you like? What is this?
She a hoe.
And then JJ. He was always walking with me there. He's like, you got to say
start
something.
Holding
you
his
gotta
hand to make her jealous?
I should have. You're holding hands and skipping to our loo and shit. Yeah. No.
Skip to
but
my
I mean,
Jew.
I played a lute.
I appreciate.
I played a lute.
JJ was one of the guys who, well, pretty much is one of the person who pushed me out of my shell. And I owe him a lot in that regard because I think I was always like a yes person. Like, you know, I was growing up, it was like the honor thy father, no matter what type of thing. The do what somebody authority person says, don't question anything. And then I realized it's like, you should question things because people are going to lead you astray and the world isn't safe. So do something about it. And if you are not being a man or the person, the leader, I guess, in your life, somebody else is going to lead you. And the person, your romantic interest, is going to notice that, and they know they can get away with shit. So it's like, do something about that. I didn't really learn that lesson then because after I dated her, I went back to a chick named Nikita, who she was a piece of work herself. But yeah, and she kind of cheated on me as well. So most all of my bad relationships are somebody cheating on me.
I don't think anybody ever settles down with somebody named Nikita. I feel like that's
if you give them a stripper
gypsy
name,
stole.
If you give them a stripper name starting off.
So you knew she was cursed all along, which means you knew she wasn't trying to steal your demonic eye junk or whatever.
But yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so for me, after that girlfriend, during that time, I was playing in a band. Me and some friends started playing music when we were young. We were about 12. We'd been playing together. When this happened, I was about 14. But in that time, we started playing some shows here and there, but no one gave a shit.
Fuckers hate us because they ain't us.
They hate us because we ain't us?
If we played a show, we had like 4 or 5 people there. For some reason, when we were like 14 or 15, something clicked in us where people started coming to shows. We were getting 100, 150 people to our shows. And we're living in a small town. You do a show and you get 150 people there. That's the town. Yeah, the whole entire town comes to see your show. Well, all of a sudden, my stock as a human being rose. I went from being the kid with colored hair who people beat up every day.
Lonnie used to say he was queer. Called him
to the cool kid with colored hair that people wanted to hang out with. So instead of playing a show in Silver City, Iowa, now we're playing a show at the Ranch Bowl. We're playing a show at Sokol. We're playing a show at, O'Leavers. And so stock's going up. Well, I met a girl at a show.
She told me she was dying.
Nice, exchanged information. But I've never met, a West Omaha girl before. So exchanged information, whatnot. Realized she went to Millard West.
Oh, that is much, much worse.
And I went, obviously, to Glenwood. AOL Messenger, back and forth, all that fun jazz for a while.
What was your username?
What was my username?
Yeah.
XPunkChubs8403X. Nice. But we chatted for a while.
We got this one.
we chatted for a while, and we met. Her school and my school each went to the arts festival, like Millard West and Glenwood.
Yeah.
Our art teacher took us to the festival, and their school met. And we met at the arts festival, and we fucked in a porta potty.
Nice.
Yeah, that was
that your virginity?
Yeah.
In a porta potty?
In a porta
I thought
potty.
my air mattress was bad.
Handicapped porta potty.
Whoa, nice. Got
So
room.
we had some space.
We stayed at the Ritz.
We
Move
let
it
the
on up.
Space,
We
then
let
you
the-
could just
we-
lean over and use the little
We
urinal
filled
thing right there. Right after.
extra hand guards. And,
we felt
Yeah.
we felt our space around. But that was the
Sanitizer in there.
that was the first person. That was the first time I was like, I'm somebody. Look at me. I'm getting ass. And
as you're writing your band's name on the wall.
She's
and,
giving you a Hummer.
no, she never did that.
Oh.
I was kind of
she
depressed.
Does she owe you one? Or?
Yeah.
No, she paid back.
Okay.
But anyway, so that relationship was just solely based on like, wow, look at me, I'm getting ass.
Yeah.
But it also turned out that she was well, you were cool for 10 minutes. Now I'm going to go on to the next cool guy.
Yeah.
But I used that as much as I could for that period of time.
Oh, yeah, shit.
We're still friends on Facebook, so
Cool for her.
yeah.
And you.
She has a bunch of cool kids, and
None of them are porta potty kids, are we?
none of them are porta potty kids. No.
That's what I like best about you, baby.
We
Where
met.
were you conceived?
We met and had sex as adults a long time ago.
When we were kids.
And when I say adults, I'm like late teens, but like
Adults.
way
So
later.
not adults?
Way later than early teens. And it was like nothing has changed. This is still awkward and weird.
Are you feeling any numbness or pain?
Is it because of the time? Because sometimes you got to get one in and then go back and it's like, okay, now I'm comfortable again.
It was at the Shark Lounge.
Because I always find like, for a while, I guess it's probably because there was a gap between my sex life, like, because when I was in the military, after also kind of going back to an ex here, I was with somebody who was just a hoe bag. She was a hussy, pretty much getting with all the other guys. I remember taking vacation, coming back home, came back, and her body count went up. I'm like, that's not supposed to happen when you're in a committed relationship. It's like I'm the type of person is like, I have no problem committing. And then I'm always grouped up with like the people who are like, oh, you're a fuckboy, a playboy, whatever. It's like, no, like I want one person. That's it, man. Like, and I feel like most guys want that. But just because you have eyes for the guys who just want to hit it and quit it, you group everybody into that. It's like, that's not even fair. It's like, I know how to categorize, like, some women are like this, some women are like this, some women are like this. To group everybody, that's not fair.
Right.
You shouldn't do that.
But you've seen Forgetting Sarah Marshall, right?
Yeah.
So where he's on his like fuck spree and he has sex with the black girl is like, I just came. That's what it was like. Except when we had sex as an adult, she's like so overboard. It was like so polar opposites. I was like, this is uncomfortable.
Do you feel like she's just playing it up?
No, I'm not this good.
Because some women play it up. They use their vocals just to get the guy to go more.
She went to Juilliard to perfect that bullshit. Like, it was to the point where I'm like, I know I'm not this good, so what the fuck's wrong with you?
You tap her on the shoulder. Can you tone it back a bit?
Yeah, like, you're being a little loud.
Leave some tools in your toolbox.
Just little. But yeah.
Trying to figure out which one I should talk about.
Do them all.
Do both.
Let's talk about the one that lasted the longest and broke my heart here. People who know me are going to know who exactly I'm talking about. I'm not going to mention the name, but
I will.
I moved here in second grade. So when I say here, I meant La Vista. And I had a thing for this girl. She was my first real, like, actual crush for the longest time. And then in, like, sixth grade, there was another guy who had a crush on her.
Fuck that guy, that fucking asshole.
I was always just friends with her, but I'm like, oh my God, I love her. She's so like, wah, wah, wah. And there was another guy in sixth grade who had a crush on her, and we were like fighting over her. And she's like, we both asked her out at the same time. Like both notes to her in the same class. Cause like I saw him writing a note, so I wrote a note. It was almost like we threw it at the same time.
To her.
And so she's like, yeah, I'll make a decision.
Hit her in the head.
She's like, I'll make a decision.
John.
And so for a week she left us hanging, which I should have known then. I should have known then.
She left you hanging.
Both of us hanging.
Oh, okay.
And we would fight over her.
She's with somebody
like
else.
literally bicker over each other. And then eventually she was like, I'm done with both of you. You guys are acting like children, even though it was 6th fucking grade. We are children.
Sharing milk carton. Sharing milk carton
Dude,
with some
I
other
gave
guy.
her. How about you, Cybert? You want some of this milk? No. But so that happened. We were all friends throughout school. She went and got married. We didn't talk to each
In
other
6th grade.
No.
Okay.
So throughout school, she met a guy, got pregnant her senior year in high school, married this dude, moved away for a while. We would still be in contact, you know, she'd call me at 2 a.m. We'd talk for 2 hours, you know, stuff like that. She decided to move back and we decided to be roommates. And I was like, oh, this is the chance, you know, we'll live together for a while and she'll see that we, you know, in my head, that's what I'm thinking, you know. So we move in together and nope, she's dating this guy.
Fuck that guy.
Constantly. She's always bringing somebody home.
She's the slut. Bow.
Her count is probably higher than the county.
8,000?
Nah, that's mean. That's mean. But it is high. She said she has lost count at some point. And it was like 90, I want to say.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's
too much.
400, huh? Well, that sounds doable. How much are the boxes?
I mean, she went to the military and stuff. That's why she moved away and stuff like that. So
military girls, it's hard for me to trust military girls.
Yeah, and I don't know if sometimes she was just making up numbers or whatever, but I also believe it at the same time because I saw it like a revolving door in my apartment. She also was going through alcoholism.
At least it wasn't a homicide, right?
And basically the first time when I lived together, I was paying everything. Rent.
I feel like that kind of goes
bills.
hand in hand, though. It's like when you, I'll just dating and stuff. It's like when you get your numbers so high, it's like a part of yourself is like lost to a lot of it, and it's hard
it felt like she was just attracted to literally every human but me, and it was starting to piss me off because, like I said, I was paying rent.
That should have killed your interest.
It should have.
Yeah,
it should have. Like we met a guy who was just moving into the apartment, like right down the street, and she invited him over. We were on the bottom floor, so like people walking by, we were just having beers on our patio, like, hey, have a beer, bud. And then this guy would still be here till like
Are you drinking my beer?
till like 4 a.m, and then I would hear silence, and then I would hear bed, and then I would hear a door. Like, you know what I mean? It was like literally a revolving door constantly.
Thanks for the beer.
So then she started dating this dude. So she went to go live with him.
My brother Munson, my whore.
And I moved from the bottom floor to the top floor, which I went through a bad time in my life because A, I was upset about what happened there. And B, the apartment I moved into, and I truly believe in this, is the reason that apartment was available, a guy blew his head off.
Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
In the apartment. Like you could see the spackle.
Clean.
Shotgun to the head, right where I had my couch. I wish Brian was here to
stare at it to
it
go
was
to
super
sleep.
uncomfortable. I was so depressed that year I lived there. I went through some bad times. I think that apartment had just
the Stephen King type of shit.
Vibe
This negative
to it.
energy.
Yeah, just negative energy all over. Now I don't know if it was him haunting me being that negative energy or if there was just a negative energy. I believe that there's things that you can't explain in this world.
Maybe he blew his head off because his roommate, who he had an attraction to.
No. Maybe I should have done that. No.
I'm not saying you should have. I'm saying you did the right thing.
Thank you.
That guy is a pussy.
So come about time my lease is up, they break up. Hey, let's move in again. So we moved, same apartment complex. We just moved different buildings. This time we moved to a 3rd floor one. We were getting a lot closer this time. And there was one night, I know we were sitting on the patio and it was like leaning on each other, kind of cuddling while we're drinking a couple things.
Then she called you a
Then
brother.
she got a message on Facebook, a like or whatever, and was like, oh my God, Andrew. Oops, that's dropping names over here. I don't really care. It's like, we haven't seen him in forever. We went to school with this kid, like elementary school with this kid. And it's funny because we used to live in our same apartments that we lived in elementary school. That's what we moved into in La Vista. And she invited him over. And of course, they get drunk and end up hooking up or whatever. And I was so fucking pissed that I got back with my ex, who I was going to originally bring up before this, which I probably will the next time around.
Just do it.
Well, I have to explain. They'll intermingle at some point. But anyway, I was so mad at her that I got back with my ex to piss her off because she hated her or whatever, which ended up just fucking me over.
Boy, that was stupid.
She ended up getting back together with this Jimmy guy. Then they broke up again. And I told her this time, I go, I'm done. By the way, she got sober at this point too. So she always calls me her guardian angel because I did take care of her for a year. She ended up getting sober. She got her daughter back in her life, you know, stuff like that. The second time we moved in, she was paying rent. She was doing things. So she was doing sober things, but still making these bad decisions with men while I'm still sitting here. Like, I've literally done everything for you. Why are you not? Why do you see everyone but me, basically? And if you talk to anybody that we grew up with, in fact, I hung out with some people a couple weeks ago and they were like, oh, yeah, you and her thought you guys were going to get together. Thought her own sister, her own family thought we were going to get together. It just never clicked in her brain, I guess, that I was there. But I held on to it for years and years and years and years and years. And then I told her if she ever gets back with this guy again, after she broke up with him twice, I was done with her. And she hooked up with this guy. She literally texted me and she's like, if me and this person got married, would you officiate it?
Are you fucking serious?
Dumb, drunken bitch!
Thank you. Thanks.
No.
And that's where in my brain, I don't know why it took this long. I really don't. I mean, we're all guys. We know we're stupid.
These are facts.
We've done stupid things for women.
Yeah, when you lay your heart down like that, it's hard to pick it back up when you did it for stupid reasons.
Was like, that's it. I'm done. I was done talking to her. And again, that relationship ended terribly.
She's become a zombie! Run!
He ended up like abusing her the second time, which is why I was like, if you ever go back, I'm going to fucking, like, it was everything in my power not to go the first time. And so she ended up going back and getting hurt again or whatever. And I wasn't there. Like, it killed me not to be there, but at the same time, it was killing me being there at that same time.
I don't want to say she deserved it, but she deserved
she
making those stupid decisions again.
Right.
It's like, when are you going to learn, though?
Exactly. And then me not being there to pick up the pieces the second time. She's with a great guy now.
How great is that guy?
That guy's great.
Like, her path has literally cleared up. And we had a conversation recently. I finally messaged her after like 2 years and I was like, hey, how you doing? You know? And she's like, I was so pissed off at you, but you doing that made me literally pick up my life and realize I was using you as a crutch and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, well, I was in love with you for fucking 20 years. You know what I mean?
And you rubbed it in my face.
Oh. And
how is it not obvious?
All she fucking said. We were going to meet up to have lunch, but then she's like, my boyfriend's not comfortable with that. And I'm like, I understand. Bring him along. And then it like never happened. I ended up finally meeting her boyfriend at our 20-year reunion in October. And he's a cool dude. We hung out, talked a little bit, you know, whatever. But her and I are still weird because it's just that thing. And it's, like I said, if you talk to anybody that we grew up with, they all thought that was going to happen. You too. We thought it was you too. And I keep getting in this path. I'm in another one with my best friend's sister, and she's like a best friend to me. She keeps going through shitty, terrible marriages.
You know my sister?
What?
You know my sister?
No. She was actually, she's one of those that literally filed twice for divorce, but never went through with it. She kept saying she's going to get divorced. She kept saying it. And they had children together. She has children with 4 different guys. You know, she's one of those that just literally makes bad decisions. And she's one of those that I'm going to prove this person wrong. I'm going to do this to prove this person wrong.
Doing it for wrong reasons.
Exactly. Everybody sees it but her.
Yeah, that's my sister.
Yeah. Maybe what's her name? We won't talk about it on the podcast. We'll talk after. It's not your sister.
It's not.
No.
She's mixed.
Maybe that's why I need to start dating.
Outside of
not
that?
your sister.
Okay.
She sounds like a shit show.
But you one crazy ass bitch.
You probably
no offense.
She does. Yeah.
Is it better now? Not yet. Don't know. Cool. But yeah, this girl, this is where my choices were terrible. We had a time she was going to school, like the University of Phoenix online or whatever. She went to Phoenix with her brother. They were having a good time. Her and I were talking on the phone, doing Skype. Like the Snapchat version or whatever. And we're talking. We're like, we should really do this. We should really do this. At that time, I also was introduced to the hoe. And that hoe was not married and had promised to break her relationship a bunch of times. She finally got divorced, but I had chosen that path instead, which ended up being absolutely terrible to me. So it's like all these, I don't know why I keep getting myself into these situations, which is why I haven't dated in forever, even if I wanted to. Like Jeremy will talk about being single forever. It's probably better than what I keep going through and keep finding myself. And
the culture has changed drastically, I think.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm glad we're probably glad we're married at this point. Despite the issues we might have in our own relationships or have had, it's like, this is better than, we can make things.
Dude, the dating world's terrible. It's terrible. It's all apps. You guys talk to each other for 2 weeks and then don't message each other anymore. Nobody ever meets people. I met maybe 4 people from apps.
It's like some people are getting their attention
finally
needs done over text, but when you meet with each other, it's like you got nothing. It's like, we should have saved all of this for when we were actually together.
Yeah. And you'll say anything on the internet, and you can't tell people's tones or,
there's a lot of
what their voice sounds like. There was definitely one of those. Girls use a lot of filters in photos. Oh yeah, which is just beyond.
It's like when they do top shots, I'm like, this is already suspect. Little sus.
Yep.
Like, what is this?
My favorite is when all of the, they have 3 photos and it's all multiple people.
Oh yeah.
I'm not
like, which one are you?
Game to figure out.
Point yourself out.
I'm literally not playing that. It's usually the ugly one, by the way.
Yes.
I don't know why you put yourself with all your hot friends.
My advice to you is to put this paper bag over your head.
I want to date your hot friends, not you.
I understand.
Sorry, that was a really recent one that I was kind of upset about. But that's why I've just over the last 4 years since the engagement ended, I'm better off not making dumb decisions than I am making these dumb decisions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Going back to
simple as that sentence sounds, it's easier said than done, obviously. We've all, like I said, we've all been stupid.
Going back to one of the things that you made,
pretty girls.
Yeah. And I think we do that because of scarcity. It's like we're average dudes who
speak for yourself.
Sorry.
I'm a 6.5 at best, and that's because I have a sense of humor. And I can grow a beard.
I'm a Kentucky 6 too, but
I'm an Alabama 7.
No, one of the biggest lessons I had to learn was that there is no such thing as relational equity. It's like you can do so much for somebody, but you can't force them to see who you are.
Yeah.
Because especially when it comes to, again, we do things kind of out of scarcity. Our options are more limited. Women, their social etiquette, their social experience is a lot higher because guys are throwing themselves at women all the time. We don't get that same sort of retrieve, if you will. But it's like
I do at the max. So it's nice to know I have options.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men.
And I got news for you. That means you're gay.
I don't bat that way.
You
It's
kinda have to
nice to know it's there.
Yeah.
I wish it kind of was there sometimes.
We just flirt with each other for practice. That's all.
Yeah.
I mean, when I give you a hand job, it's just to make me feel better.
Right.
Still got it.
Look how hard I made this cock. Yes.
But yeah, I had a Melissa.
Hey, she was a hooah.
I didn't say her name. No, it's fine.
I'm just saying a
everybody,
name.
literally everybody that knows me knows who I'm talking about.
I had a Melissa from Glenwood.
Woo!
And she was kind of a something too.
What was the last name?
Huh?
What was the last name?
Starts with a C. I don't know. A blonde hair chick. She kind of reminded me of Jenna Hayes, porn star. And she probably was more amped on that. I don't know. I remember we had a pretty good month or two, and then I got a text from her phone saying it was her ex-boyfriend. And he's like, "She's asleep right here. I got my hand on her ass." And I was like, "Oh, okay." So I drove straight over to her house, because she was living with her parents, and they're like, "Yeah, Melissa's not here right now. She should be she's doing a sleepover at one of her girlfriend's house." I'm like, "Nah, she's not over there. I'm just grabbing my shit. We're done." Yeah.
I'm catching out.
Yeah.
I lose, huh?
Bye. But yeah.
Give me the rest of my chips. I'm out. We have to go to the poker table.
Going back to kind of another one I made mention of. So Machel was another chick that I was, the Hmong chick. So we had like a Skype type of thing. And the Amanda chick that I was engaged to both of these
One
two.
of them, mine was an Amanda too. That's why.
Jesus
2 of mine. I date a lot of them.
Too.
I did. Yeah.
You just made him rings, or?
I've dated 4 Amandas.
This is your problem.
But yeah, no, this chick, she was a headache. she was really cool way back when we were in school, but in her adult life, 2 kids later. And that was kind of, for me, in my, mid-20s, I wasn't too comfortable with, like, taking in another guy's kids or whatever. And it's kind of a common thing that most guys have. It's like, well, not only, it's like, I can love your kids as they are my own, but you will not let me love your kids how you want me to. Mainly because you will not let me, I don't want to say punish, but discipline them. Because when I discipline, I'm doing it out of a form of love. But you will not allow me to do that because that is your kids and not mine. So it's like, how am I going to do everything you want me to do around this, but not let me do,
not let me be me.
Yes. So it's like, there's still
I had an ex like that too.
Oh.
And her son listened to me more too. That's what's sad. She wouldn't let it.
Frustrating.
It was a power struggle, I think.
But then again, it's also kind of a biological thing. Like, where we as men, the paternity part of it is important for us, for most of us. Some guys who are like adopted or, like I think they can see past that a little bit further. But for us, it's like, well, this is my kid. Wow. Like I created this, I'm raising them up and sending them off. But this is the only chick I ever cheated on too. So
Anyway, she was injured in a fight and she was paralyzed.
Yeah. My ex-fiance, me and her kind of like, if you want to say, mended some things after a while. And I'm not doing that. And she used to come over. So me and this mutual chick had like a long distance relationship. And I don't know, it's like every single time we got on Skype, it was just, she would just get really pissy. And I'm like, what the fuck is your problem? Like, I'm wasting my time or setting time aside so I can do what you want me to do. Like I'm putting my life on hold. My plans are to move up there with you. She was in Milwaukee and it's like, I'm going to uproot again for another woman. I did that with a chick when I was in the military and then she turned out to be something else too. But yeah, Valentine's Day, man. And do another go around if you have anything.
I got one more, and then the rest of mine were just blah blah blah. And then I got married.
All right.
So my one, and this was the hard one.
I'm the baddest bitch in town.
This is when I realized that I'm not good with relationships, and I needed to cut it off.
No, almost anyone could have told you that.
So after I got done with Gretchen,
thank you, Gretchen.
I did a Gretchen too.
Yeah,
but it wasn't really. Really quick. So I dated this chick named Gretchen for like 3 days. And then she broke up with me because I had a cold sore and I didn't want to kiss her. And it was like, and then I saw her at like a party with another guy. I'm like, oh, well, you move fast.
Next in line, next!
Okay,
I was with Gretchen for like 6 months.
Okay.
Once that ended and I realized, wow, I like sex. I tried to have sex with as many people as possible in a short amount of time.
My mom and dad, Uncle Gary and Aunt Grace.
Which was fun. I seriously worked on that count as high as I could.
With at least 4, maybe 3.5.
But then I met this girl, and when you meet someone and you're like, yes, like this is the one, I'm done, perfect, sweet, let's time it out. Like I had a type, but then you have your type and then you have like the one, and this was the one. And so I was like, oh yeah, I'm shy and I don't like to talk to people, but fuck it, we're going for this.
But fuck it.
Hoo-ah!
So she was at one of our shows, so
I missed that. I'm sad. I might be tired.
So yeah, I just went up. I sat down. I actually sat down. It was her, and she brought her little sister to the show, and she was up watching the show. So I actually went and sat at the table with her little sister.
The kid is able.
And didn't say a word. Just her little sister started talking to me. I started talking to her, just kind of nonchalant, and she came back to the table.
Back to the kid's table.
And this was at the Rebels, which is, I don't know if you've ever been there, but it's a little club. It's a little club in Council Bluffs. It used to be a faith-based venue, but also like a teen club. Like there was a no alcohol, no smoking.
We used to have one of those over there, 108th and Q or whatever.
So,
isn't that little strip mall on the
Rebel, or is that the Rebel too?
It was
Reverb,
like
Reverb,
that.
or no, not Reverb. Is it Reverb?
There used to be the Rock that was on 84th in Papillion. But anyway, so sat down, talked to her.
Yeah,
you remember
down
the Rock?
by
right by the Papio Creek.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
That place was awesome.
I've never been there.
It's been gone for 20 years at this point.
It's probably, I was probably overseas when that was a thing.
So, met this girl, instantly fell in love as hard as any human being could.
Nice to meet you.
I love you, bye.
Dummy.
Hold on. The older sister.
Yes.
Okay.
Not the girl. The girl was like 10.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah, that was really good.
That's very helpful for you.
So instantly, she sat down. We started talking.
Did you say officer?
Right. Started talking. At this moment, I finally realized what everybody was talking about when they were talking about love. Knew what love was. Finally felt the feeling.
Butterflies coming out of everything.
Yeah, coming out, fucking rainbows, all that jazz. And I was hooked. Like, whatever's bad with me, I'm stopping. Whatever's holding me back, it's great.
There go my cum gun.
She was always kind of a little like shy about stuff and about her. And once we became friends and we started hanging out more, and then we started dating, and she's like, do you want to come over to my house? I was like, can I? Because she always came to my place and hung out, or we'd always hang out at the mall or stuff like that. And she finally invited me over to meet her family. And her family was absolutely fucking loaded rich.
You told us that one story.
Yeah, absolutely fucking loaded
Broke
rich.
up with her because of a pool table or something like that?
No. Anyway,
the balls were crystal or something?
No, me and her sister used to play extreme pool where we throw the balls at each other.
You took my tooth! What the fuck is wrong with you?
Nothing!
But I got in trouble because
those things are hard.
It was a white felt table, and we would split our knuckles open and bleed on the pool table.
Who would put a white? That's dumb.
Yeah.
What is it? There's so much blood. Ew!
That's on them.
Rich and ivory balls.
But that was in the pool house. And the only people who hung out in the pool house that's where I stayed, and that's where, my buddy Jared would come stay. Is when we went over
From
there.
Subway?
No,
the other one.
Yeah, the other one. The other one didn't diddle kids.
No, the other one did.
The other one diddle kids.
I seen the whole thing.
But anyway, one of my biggest issues is we dated for years, and I fucked it up. And that's one of my hardest things, because I fucked it up because I was at a show, and I'm just randomly walking through the crowd like I do.
Oh, actually, I'm kind of a celebrity.
Because I hate being bored before we play, so I try to be social. And I walked by a table, and I was eating cheese combos and just being social, and I held up a bag of combos to someone in the crowd. And I'm like, would you like a combo? And she goes, thank you. Would you like a blowjob? And I was so shocked by it, I just go, yes. And
that's a combo meal.
That is.
Yeah. And I fucked it up and ruined the best chance I had at happiness. And since that point of like 22 some odd years ago, I have been looking for that girl.
But you're married.
To see how she's been. And
are you going to cry?
I want to see how she's been, see how she's doing, see where she ended up in life. And I've never been able to find her.
Oh.
I did that to myself. That would have been the woman I would have ended up with. That's where my life would have been.
You let Tracy know about this every day.
She for a couple years helped me look. I made her help me look.
Huh. You made her?
I made her help me look.
This sounds... Are you guys in a good spot?
Hey, give me my pen back, by the way.
I tried to give it to you like 4 segments ago.
Like real recordings?
Shut up. Oh, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I told that story before. And that's when I was like, fuck it, I'm done. I just slept with a bunch more people and then got married.
Nice.
It's
and then settled.
The ones that like get away type of thing. Like there is a chick I never had a chance with because she didn't even know who I was. I'm like, we were in almost every single class together. I talked to you a lot. It's like she remembered who my brother was, but she had a crush on him. I'm like, see, that's fucked up. He treated you like shit. And then that's the thing too when it comes to like guys and girls.
Right.
When it comes to like cheating, women cheat more younger, it seems like, and men cheat more when they're older.
Yeah.
It's like the guys are usually start off pretty good, but when you fuck them over way too many times, they get into this whole status where they got their shit together. They get the options that they never had. You know, like the nerd who got made fun of a lot or whatever, who turns into a billionaire. It's like, oh, now I got my picking. You know?
It's the power thing. Yeah, it's that power
little bit.
exchange. Well,
but women's power is their beauty, especially when they're younger.
Right. Well, the funny thing was, I went after that relationship crumbled. I went back to the combos girl and was like, would you like to have a relationship?
You don't call her that. You call her the queen.
And we dated for like a month. And then I realized that she was just terrible. She's a terrible human being.
But her blowjobs were decent.
Not great.
But you went back?
I went back to her because I was like,
it was easy.
Well, yeah. And I broke up with her one night. She was having
You can find
rebound.
a combo girl out of a crowd, but you can't find this chick that you did.
She was having sex with me, and I wasn't into it. And she goes, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "I don't think I like you. I found Jesus." And that's how I broke off that relationship.
There was a chick I dated twice, and she was house sitting for my dad. And I went over to their house, unbeknownst that she was there, and stuff kind of happened. And I was like, ooh, eek. This is kind of weird to, you got to take care of your body, I guess. Like the hygienic wise.
Yeah.
I remember trying to allow something to happen, I guess, because me and her never had a sexual relationship when we were dating.
Right. We never really did either. I had yeah. I had so much respect and love for her that, like, yeah, we'd make out and whatnot, but I never pushed any type of physical relationship onto the situation. I was like, when it comes, it comes, and when it doesn't, it doesn't. And I never tried to.
There was no coming.
I never. Oh, when I got in the car on the way home, there was plenty.
I didn't. Mutual.
So I do like to go down enough to have a woman give a thumbs up.
Absolutely, yeah. I'll go south for the winter.
So I remember taking off.
I call it manslaughter. That's how I want to go. A girl just sitting on my face.
Yeah, suffocate me.
Yeah, I remember pulling them off and like I made this little maneuver where I
you do the swoop.
Yes, the swoop. It's like the stench, man. I was like, oh.
Everyone here likes fresh fish.
But I didn't make it audible like that. And I feel like she knew.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
And then, I don't know, I was just trying.
I was like, let's go to sleep.
But like, and it feels like, you ever been with someone where you feel like you're going to contract something?
Oh, yeah.
Combo chick?
No, she was just...
Yes,
there's a couple times with her, it was like, I really need you to roll over. Just face down for a while. Just please. Like, I can't stand you right now.
I need this.
I had an ex, if I was like, if you can get it hard, go for it.
This is your fault.
I didn't move. Rode it like a champ.
I got
off.
If you want to say shamed.
Got off.
If you want to say shamed for like watching porn or whatever. It's like, I can't understand that. It's like, you have dildos and toys and, vibrators and shit, but I can't watch porn. Guys are more visual, women need their little...
I need a full production.
Yeah. So the thing is me and her used to do like little Skype self-pleasure type of thing. And luckily I had 2 screens.
Why did that take me so long for that to click in?
Is that why you still do?
Well, yeah.
Just one big one. Why do you keep looking to your right? Oh, I got a twitch.
Well, I mean, I would take my face out of screen or whatever and have to make sure the volume was all the way down on the other.
You accidentally turned the volume down on the wrong one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
And she could probably see the flashing off of my stomach or something. And I'm like, you probably know what's going on.
I'm already done. So I thought I was a sexual person.
Sounds like that trainee's not even enjoying it.
I thought I was a sexual person until I dated a girl who was a sexual person. Like, I was like, yeah, I love sex. And then I dated someone who was like...
Tap out.
I dated a person who was like...
the same one I'm like, if you can get it hard, go. Like,
yeah, who's
I'm
like...
tired.
Who's like, we gotta have sex before we go to work.
Und das haben sie denn da?
I'm like... we gotta be to work in like 10 minutes. She's like, you better get that shit done.
Yes, my mistress.
I'm like, okay. And then, we'd get home from work and go to bed. She's like, we haven't had sex yet. I'm like, we just did. She's like, well, do it again. I'm like, how do you enjoy this? She goes, I don't know, but I do. I'm like, I don't.
Do you prefer, when it comes to actually going out on a date or something like that, would you rather have sex before the date or after the date? If it's
Before,
like a dinner
so I don't
date.
have to buy dinner.
It depends. Depends on what the date is. I'm the after sex kind of guy.
I like to do it on an empty stomach.
You like the sex on an empty stomach?
Yeah. Because it's like when you have all the food sloshing around while you're, it's like, oh.
I'm big on the foreplay beforehand. I'm not just the jump in bed.
And she's like, go down on me. I'm like, I just ate.
Good. I will.
That's why I eat ass. I want to know what they had.
Like that rigatoni looked real good.
You're going for seconds.
Oh, fourth meal.
Second breakfast. All right.
Ew, there's corn.
These guys are totally out of control.
I will. Honestly, I would rather.
Corn.
I would rather go downtown Charlie Brown than have sex any day.
Valentine's is dirty. This is our dirty episode.
It's not something we're like, yeah, I like to have sex on Christmas.
Oh, damn.
Easter's
I
when
have come down the chimney.
Easter's when I like to fuck the most.
I have I have looked for some eggs.
You have told us stories about you fucking in a Santa suit.
Yeah.
And a bunny suit.
Ho. And a bunny suit? No, I haven't done a bunny suit.
I have fucked.
I have fucked while we were supposed to be at church for Easter, but we didn't.
Oh, no.
We woke up and we're like, let's go.
We're not going.
On each other. I was looking for eggs. Spoiler, I found them in my mouth.
Oh.
Goes down pretty smooth, don't it?
Scrambled. She made breakfast.
Okay.
I've fucked in a cemetery on Halloween night. That's fun.
That's hot.
That's so hot. I mean, no one was with me. I was by myself.
But it was so 10 minutes ago. I forgot what it was.
Interesting. No, Valentine's Day.
Yes, I do.
Go for it.
Have you guys ever faked an orgasm?
I
never with a woman.
What?
Clarify.
So
I need you to quantify.
I've
like,
never faked an orgasm with a woman.
You just faked one with yourself?
No.
Like to make to.
Oh yeah, that was great, Lonnie.
Now go to bed.
I'm beat. I got a headache.
So what do you mean faked an orgasm?
So
like, did you?
I wish
spit
Jeremy
on her
was
back
here
like
because
something?
he
Yes,
knows
spit on the
everyone
back.
in this story. Because one of them is his sister who was getting married, and I decided to have fun with the bridesmaid.
Okay,
or the maid of honor.
It's so much fun.
So much fun.
And I was having some fun. She was literally like sucking my face at every stop sign. Like it was terrible. Like Jeremy was making fun
Who was
of me.
driving?
I think Lee and Jamie were.
Lee, as in,
I think we
don't worry, Lee. Not
What?
that Lee.
No, is that ex-step brother-in-law?
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Ex-brother-in-law.
All right.
They were driving and we were in the back seat, and Jeremy, I wish he was here so we could tell the story. He said we'd stop at the red light and all you could see is the silhouette of her face sucking like my face off, like literally. And it had been a while for me, so I was just kind of enjoying it. I was not really planning on having sex with her. We got back to her house and I get all hard or whatever, and we put the condom on, and then we go in, and it just starts to.
What's happening?
Because I'm sobering up, and I realize what I'm doing, and like we were talking about earlier, there might have been a little bit of a smell. So,
am I the only one who's dodged the stinky pussies?
Yeah, yeah.
Be glad. It's a mood killer. So after like 2 minutes. I kept trying to go, but it was like starting to smush into it. And so I was like, oh. And I rolled over and she's like, oh, that was it? And I was like, yeah. And she was like,
that's all you need.
Let me see the condom.
I need confirmation.
And I was like, oh, no, I threw it away really quick. And then I was like, let's go to sleep now. So, yeah, that was terrible. She probably told like Jamie and everybody that I'm like a 2-pump chump, which fine.
Yeah. It's like, this will never happen.
I don't really care. I could tell everybody you have a smelly ass pussy, but I was nice about it until now.
You told the world.
That is so
Respectable.
That's all right. Stacy probably knows exactly. If Stacy still listens, she probably knows exactly what I'm talking about. She was there.
It's not that. Oh, she wasn't watching.
No.
Oh, she was.
He's our man. He can do it. No one can.
No, it's like
It's
Stacy's
her wedding.
a wholesome person. I don't think she's that.
Stacy's wedding.
She's cool. I like her.
Yeah.
Not like that, Jeremy. She's cool. I mean, she's
I used to talk about Jamie all the time, and Jeremy used to want to murder me.
Shut
And she
the
got a
fuck up.
boob job.
It's my sister.
She got a boob job?
Yeah, they were
She did?
huge.
She got
I'll
it.
find them. I have them on a photo on Facebook
Oh,
Nice.
when we went camping.
Nice.
but any
And I was pitching a tent the whole time. I'm so glad he's not here to murder me right now.
Oh, he will. He will.
He'd probably be giving you a little death stare.
Oh,
if
no,
he
he
can keep his
probably
eyes right
would've.
open right now.
In fact, I'll fucking kill you.
My relationship stories are boring. I've had some awkward like sex stories. My relationship stories are pretty bland.
Did you want to tell one?
No. I'm just saying relationships, like I said, like the conversation we had earlier when you said we were doing this, I'm like, I can't really
Oh, there's Jamie and Stacy.
fill up a whole segment on relationships I've had because I've honestly not had many. But ran out the gauntlet of weird times having sex. I could probably write a memoir.
This one turned into more of a sex.
That's because you're a
stronger.
fucking pervert.
A little bit. I guess.
Oh,
You
shit.
did it. No, but I don't know. I guess when it comes to Valentine's Day, we all relatively share the same.
Camera quality wasn't the best back in the day.
And share.
Great. Did you send it to you?
I have to verify this.
I wasn't on the first couple, so I didn't.
Is that Jeremy?
And-
Probably.
Oh, hey.
And share.
Yeah. So, hey, James. How you doing?
Don't say that.
Yeah.
I have to protect her.
Is that the one with the military house?
That's what Jeremy was doing. I don't know. I haven't talked to Jamie in forever. This
Valentine's
is
Day.
also the same album that my dick is out
Oh, yes.
Oh
in
yeah.
the photo.
Keep that away.
Not tagged.
He's like, let's take a normal photo and see if people notice that your dick's hanging out. Still on Facebook.
Is this a penis?
Don't worry, it'll be unrecognizable.
But yeah, no, Valentine's Day. I think we all share relatively the same ideal. It's like you shouldn't really celebrate your love for one day. It should be something that you do throughout the year.
Don't buy flowers. It's stupid. Don't commit to the Hallmark holiday. I just asked our friend Rob if he was going to join us in KC for a concert, and
Oh shit.
he what?
Today's my 10-year anniversary.
Go wake her up with wiener.
Well, I got 4 minutes left before it's midnight. I do have a whole other topic to talk about, but I'm thinking I'm just going to can it until next time. I was going to pretty much.
Well, we already did your topic, but nobody will hear it.
If you will. If you will.
It's two episodes in a row.
I know.
Shit on Brian's stuff that he brought up when we were doing something. It's not really shit on it. It's going to elaborate. Brian brought up something about
when
on the
party or on the podcast.
On a podcast.
Oh.
It was the conspiracy theories and stuff.
Yeah.
He has a different take, a philosophical take on something. It's not. I consider it a less common take, and mine was going to go into that, but more Valentine's related. I was going to discuss more soulmates. This is
twin flames.
Twin flames. Yeah, that's another way of saying it. But yeah,
I believe that there are soulmates, but I believe you have to find that path to that person. And I believe I blew mine.
You know you fucked up, right? Yeah, you fucked up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I recently thought, actually, the one that I thought got away, my first ex, like real, she moved to Jacksonville, which is a shitty town. That's how I know. And I pussyfooted about moving down there. So we were doing long distance for a long time. We just grew apart, basically. And she ended up talking to a guy that she knew from here and moving back like 6 months later. Ended up marrying him for years. They have a couple kids together. She's actually the first one to contact me when my recent ex fiance and I broke up. When I was staying at Jillian, who you met at the party, I was staying with her for 7 months after I
she seems
moved
really
out.
cool.
She is. She's a lifesaver. I definitely overstayed my welcome though and kind of pissed her off, which I told her I was like, it was a miscommunication.
Is she straight edge?
No.
Okay.
I think she went through some shit. Kind of tries to keep it. She was drinking at the party. She was having some of the wine and stuff.
Gotcha. She seemed very tamed. things.
Yeah, I think
She
she's
seems
more
cool.
in control than she has been in the past or whatever. Super savior to me, obviously. I needed a place to live, whatever. Turns out that my ex was living in that same neighborhood as her apartment. So like I would walk and we'd talk and whatever. We hung out a few times, and then she comes into my work all the time. And she came in recently. She was in a sling. It's like, oh, what happened? She's like, blew on my shoulder. Kind of thing. And I was like, well, you're all right? She's like, physically, yeah. And I know her, and I'm like, so mentally? And she's like, And I go, what's wrong? And she's told me she's been separated for about 8 months now. But she's been dating a guy who they had drama with, who's a 24-year-old. She's 42, by the way. So, little cradle robber. Yeah.
So, it's totally legal.
But then her boyfriend had broken up with her, and then like instantly that the one that got away is now available kind of thing happened, and then
she's like, but not you, John.
Basically, but I was the good friend in that situation because she had been such a good friend to me when, you know, the Heather situation happened, that I was like, oh, don't worry, he'll realize he made a mistake, blah, blah, blah. Then they got back together like 2 days later, and I'm like, fuck, dude. It's like just a little tease. I was like, cool, I lost my soulmate twice. She's my one that got away like yours was, and I know where she is. That's the sad part. She's right under my nose all the time.
Mine's got a super...
Every time I see her, my heart skips a beat. So
Mine's got a super unique name, too, so you'd think it'd be easier to find her.
What's her full name?
Zaboomafoo.
Friends.
Watch I find her in like 2 seconds.
There's a lot of them out there, but none of them are her.
Huh. She's not her?
Not the ones I found.
Oh.
Maybe she's a he now.
Could be. I'd be cool with that.
You're into transporn.
I am into transporn.
How do they know? Oh, you actually hit the record button once. That did lead to a funnier joke when you were doing the thing, though. So, silver lining. We lost Lonnie's whole segment for the second recording in a row. But that's...
Is he doing this on purpose? It's like I don't even exist.
Nobody
This
wants
has been
to talk
frustrating.
about Lonnie.
We've been
Lonnie did
having
have a
some
game, though. So
issues.
At least got a segment in.
I mean, it just means I can get more info on that one, I guess.
That'll help. Mine is like very
revisit that.
polished, and I know it's going to be like over 30 minutes. And I feel like we will have some discussions in between. So I'm definitely going to have to save this one, which will help me because I have many podcasts I need to edit, and then probably one I need to finish as far as like applying, because I haven't finished editing the last one. But yeah, no.
Well, like I said, mine you don't have to hurry. We told people January, but
I feel like I
things
could
get
still do
delayed all the
January.
time.
But as far as like for the BPT, it might be in February. We'll see.
That's fine. I ain't worried about it.
But
Like I said, I'm gonna try to edit it too. But
the important thing is we love all of you. Thank you for listening. 2024 is
what
going
we
to be a
should
fun
do.
year.
It's getting a little personal with some of our
I don't like
intimacies.
it. I need to go murder something on a video game or something to put myself in a better mood. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go home and watch Wedding Crashers.
I'm going to go home and watch training porn.
Honestly, that might be the most relatable thing you've ever said.
Well, that first.
I probably won't even make it home, to be honest. I'll
This is
start
before you
watching
ride
on my
the
way
Dairy
home.
Queen parking lot up there.
No, I won't even stop.
Huh.
I got a flashlight under my seat.
Just like right on the dash cam.
I'll put it in my phone holder, stick it to my steering wheel.
Here you go.
Put on cruise control.
That's multi.
It's a long drive.
I was gonna say you should edit the first part. I should edit the second part, and then we should put it together.
When's the last time that you seen a cigarette lighter in a car?
I have one, but my car's from 1999, so
that probably
helps. Does it?
My truck has one. It's a 2005.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like
But
you've
it
done
doesn't
away
say
with it.
cigarette
I think
lighter.
Brian's
it says
does.
a power port.
Yeah, most people just put like their phone charger in there.
Oh, okay. I guess there's
Because Brian's new
those.
truck has one. We use it to go when we go to Casey and other places.
I guess that is the same thing, isn't it? Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stop. Like, if you got a cigarette lighter and put it in there, it would still work. But mine just says power port. So I would guess all of them.
Huh. I don't know why I was thinking of that. That has nothing to do with anything. Have you ever seen a Band-Aid in a urinal?
Yes.
Yes.
That's disgusting, and you're kind of wondering where it fell off of.
Funny thing. Before
That's a good point.
Before we end this,
Like, is somebody jerking off and the Band-Aid just fell off? Or was it on their dick?
funny thing. Before we end this episode,
We haven't ended this episode? We're just talking randomly?
I'm in the kitchen.
Oh, no.
I'm in the kitchen cooking dinner.
Don't do that.
Yesterday, I'm in the kitchen cooking dinner, and I hear
No, you're not.
I hear Mox on his phone running around.
Uh-oh.
And he runs in the kitchen and goes, "Do you fuck my wife? Did you fuck my wife?"
Nice.
And runs out because he's listening to the Game Grumps, and they're like,
He's listening to this podcast.
he's like, he's like, "I got started. Now I'm a porcupine and I'm started." And he runs in and he goes, "Did you fuck my wife?"
You fuck my wife.
What?
You fuck my wife.
You ask me that? Where do you get your balls big enough to ask me that?
Just tell me.
I'm not answering it. I'm not gonna answer that. It's stupid.
You give me all these answers, but you ain't give me the right answer. I'll ask you again. Did you or did you not?
It's a sick question. You're a sick fuck, and I'm not that sick that I'm gonna answer it. I'm not telling you anything. Fucking screwball you.
I'm like, "Yes, 3-year-old, I fucked your wife."
Nice. And I made you watch.
It's like, is he watching Casino or?
Like, I could not help but laugh.
You fuck my wife.
You fuck my wife, huh?
Funny guy.
You fuck my wife.
My autistic child runs in and accuses me of fucking his wife.
Just answer the question.
And you assured him that you did not. But then
No,
you also
he
said you
left it
did.
ambiguous.
Okay.
Maybe I fucked your wife.
Both of us
I don't know.
are not sure about this. So that helps.
Did you fuck my wife?
Would he be satisfied with an answer like that?
If I fucked his wife?
No, if you said both of you guys do not know if.
I don't know if I fucked his wife.
Yes.
He
Would
doesn't know
be-
if I fucked his wife either.
Oh, okay.
Oh, thank you. This is very helpful.
Would he be like?
Glad Justin made us sad.
You're welcome, guys.
After we talked about great American heroes.
Real American heroes. This goes out to my favorite farmers.
FarmersOnly.com.
Cotton farmer.
Doing America's work. Man,
If it wasn't for them, you wouldn't have your cotton 2-ply underpants, you
That's one of my
fucking
favorite
fag.
episodes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when he tries to become a comedian.
Oh yeah.
And he talks about a joke how he's
pick cotton because I'm black.
Because I'm black. He's like, yeah, I have this joke where I'm so pro-black that I won't even pick the cotton out of an aspirin bottle. And he goes and tries to tell the joke, and like you just said it, like, because I'm black.
Remember my best friend
Another comedian on there is pretty funny. Though.
going shopping with my friend JJ. He was getting some shirts. I'm like, you ain't got to do that anymore. And he's like, what? I'm like, you're picking cotton out, man. He's like, shut the fuck up.
And then a dude shot me.
See, if you can't laugh at jokes like that with your buddies, fuck off.
My buddy Ryan in high school, only black kid in our school.
Fuck off, or whatever they say at the beginning.
If only black kid in our school, his favorite band was Slipknot, and he didn't understand why we thought that was ironic.
To you?
It's a Boy Scout knot. It's a traditional knot, not a.
Yeah, it's not like it's called loose news.
Yeah, no, too far. Too far. You can't start the podcast off like that.
End it?
You can end it like that, I guess. So we'll just do it like that.
Real American hero.
What's the name of your insurance company? Yo Fault. Take us away. It's another day at this point.
It is. All right, guys. We appreciate you, and we're also sorry for a lot of the stuff that you probably had heard here.
Kiss a black man. Kiss a black woman.
Kiss two.
Hug a black baby.
But don't put your hands in their hair unless they allow you to.
Unless you're a barber.
Yeah.
Then you best put your hands in their hair.
There was a chick I was dating, and like she would not let me touch her hair.
That topic's over.
It was usually a wig.
That topic's over.
And you don't touch a black chick's hair.
Whatever.
But
I'm gonna go home and eat fried chicken.
And that chick was weird because this is kind of continuing a little bit.
Might as well stop the music.
She, me and her were together for a little bit. Another person I went to high school with.
Go to bed.
Chick named Erica.
Oh God.
Erica? Oh yeah.
Not that Erica. This is a black chick named Erica. And
How many black chicks have you dated?
Oof. One of them, I don't know if you would count because she's Dominican, but she's very dark skinned. Dated? Probably 2. Nope. Dex Trisha was black, but me and her were all.
Dex Trisha?
Yeah.
Unique.
No? We call her Dex, but not like the phone book.
What's a phone book?
It's something
Is
beyond.
that the thing that Lonnie uses to see over the steering wheel?
Ha 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 ha
Go fuck yourself.
Can we go home?
I'm
All right,
taller than Justin.
I'm done with all that.
That's not saying much.
That is true. And I'm pushing 20 every 30 minutes here. Whatever.
I pushed 20 last year.
I don't know what that means.
I did
All right.
20.
Thank you guys for listening. We'll see you next time.
I love you.
While watching trailer porn.
Thanks for listening to this week's episode. Join us next time for more absurdity that only the guys from the Boundless PodTrap can bring you.